upper torso.
Hi team, I'm TC, and I have been watching over the last week several videos on sniping guides, but I was a real life military marksman. So, I want to correct everything that those sniping guides are getting wrong, and I want to create a proper guide from somebody who actually knows how to do it. The first thing that I see people get wrong is positioning. If I want to assault this town, you don't sit on top of the rock. Any idea how easy it is for you to be silhouetted against this rock? Take a position like this. Have a look. You can't even see me in my own third person. I have to move around so that you can even see me. But we have the rock on the left and the right as cover, and we are able to snipe against the town. Okay? You should take positions like this. I'm covered from almost every angle except the front and the rear. Talking about that, I can't do it on this server, but if you were to be solo or group sniping, you would place, let's say, fireworks traps or flare traps around all these trees. So if somebody was coming up to you, they'd set it off. Tip number 3 is actually something that I have made a separate video on, but it's about how to use the rangefinder that's inbuilt to the POSP scope. However, if you double click control, you can get a range to the enemy. Let's talk about gear. I'm wearing a backpack and a ghillie suit. When you enter an area like this, lie down, take your backpack off. It makes it much harder for you to be silhouetted. That's not a very good spot for it, is it? Somebody could spot that. So, move it into the bush. Everybody seems to use hiking bags, and I understand why. They hold a lot of stuff. But an assault backpack like this, look how hidden that is. Alright, I see that happen all the time as people getting counter-sniped literally because they're using a hiking backpack. Let's talk about what gear you need as a sniper. You need food and water. You're going to be out there for a long time. Binoculars are going to help you when you are spotting enemies. You can zoom with them and it gives you a much higher field of view than looking through the scope of your weapon does. Let's add those to the quick access. I always take night vision goggles if I'm planning a very long mission, but as you can see, they stick out a lot. Silhouetting will get you killed. Never ever silhouette. So I just put them in the backpack. You obviously need ammo, but you also need smoke. Smoke, if you get spotted, is going to conceal you and you're going to be able to reposition. Also, if you have a friend on the server, you can do an extraction. Deploying smoke now. Go. You always need meds. Now, my squad always puts their meds in the sparring bag, so if we get gravely hurt, we can just drop it on the ground, and our team knows that they can heal us using the sparring bags. Hypothermia is a sniper's worst enemy. If it starts raining or you get cold, you can use these tactical sweaters. If I put a tactical sweater on, it goes underneath the ghillie suit. So even though this is white, you can't see that it's white. The beanie has the same effect. I see this a lot. It's people going up to rocks like this, and they might be able to position themselves really good, but they put their weapon in front of their cover. A sniper, in real life, especially in a building, would never put their weapon out the window. So team, you can see as my squad mate sits right against the window here, you can see his weapon from several angles. We know somebody's there. You shoot from behind cover. You don't allow your weapon while you're lying down to be seen from either side. If you have the DLC, also paint it. You'll see mine as colors of green. Okay? So, why are things seen? Silhouette is one. We can see a tower here, because it's silhouetted against the sky. The same thing happens if an enemy were to be on the roof of this building, or one of these roofs. You can see these lines, these straight lines. If there was a bump in that straight line, then that is a silhouette, and I'd be able to take that enemy out so quickly. You need to mitigate this by not silhouetting against anything, which is why using rocks as a sniper like this is usually a pretty bad idea. Use the bushes. Same thing happens with trees. I see people all the time. They'll get behind a tree because you can't get any rounds through it, and then they'll go like this. No, don't do that. Sit back, find some enfilade, something like this, and shoot from this position. You're going to be much harder to see than leaning out like this. If people are looking for you, these bushes make a lot of noise. Listen quietly. Can you hear that? Noise and movement will get you killed. The other is surface, which we've kind of touched on, camouflage. But the surface that you are in, if I'm wearing this green camo and I'm lying in this brown bush, it's far easier to see that something's off, okay? So the surface of an object matters in SCUM as well as in real life. Surface, not so much in SCUM, but in Battlefield, the surface of something reflecting, such as these binoculars, it's very easy to see, which is also why we paint our weapons. We want to get rid of all of that shine that is on the weapons. Another way to be seen is your shadow. You can see the sun is above me right now, and it's quite difficult to see my shadow and for it to give me away. But things can be seen if they create a long shadow. You could be hiding in an area like, I don't know, like this bush, and your shadow is extending all the way out here, and they just see your shadow, and then they look around and they see you. For that reason, trees are really good to snipe from, because you can use the same thing, the same shadows, and hide in them. Try not to hide in the sun too much. The difference between being here and being here, I promise you, is immense. So use shadows to your advantage. Take a look where the sun is, and make sure your shadow isn't casting across anything that's easy to be seen. What we'll do is I will position someone and we'll take a shot and see things from their perspective. Okay, so we're watching an enemy that we saw in this exposed area of the base, and I think he's going to pop up. So let's get our rifle out. And range the area. 346 meters. We've already got our 0 at 300, and we know each chevron is 200 meters apart. So that chevron below that I'm putting at the top of this base right now, that's 500 meters. So what we can do is we can use the bottom tips of this 300 meter chevron in order to score a shot. Go ahead, Mark. Get to the top. See how easy it is to spot him? Because we're using these straight lines. Okay, so we see the enemy here. He's going to film his perspective, and we're going to take a shot. Okay, so we're 0 for 300 meters, but we know that he is 350 meters away, and we know our windage, so we can use these left and right chevrons in order to score a hit.
A hit. Upper torso. A hit. Upper torso.
If you miss 3 shots and then hit the third, then you'd be considered a good marksman. The condition of your character, mine's not in good condition right now, because he only has medium rifle skills, will matter. So even if you apply these principles and you miss, don't worry, it could just be because your character has 2 strength like mine does, and he can't level his rifle skills above medium. So that's all a factor as well. But if you have perfect stats and you apply all the rules that I've given you, then you should get perfect shots.